$20,000 in credit card debt on one credit card?
I think so.
What is his job?
So we got $1.7 trillion of credit card debt within the United States, and right now 5% of that's delinquent.
Hackers in Iran allegedly threatening to hack into like the top 3 credit score companies and erasing Americans' debt to like stick it to us.
Want to know the fastest way you can get into debt? Okay, I'll tell you. It's by just paying the minimum balance for your credit card. By the end of this,
what's a bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
When I was 18 and I decided to open 5 credit cards, I think that was the worst thing I could have ever.
Yo guys, what's up? It's Dave here, and welcome to Dave's Reaction. And today we're going to react to some credit card debt, guys. And bruh, this credit card debt is freaking insane, bro. Like, imagine you tapping that card for a little treat of yours for yourself, and that moment gives you the absolute best dopamine hit, bro. Like, it feels like free money, but then when you open your banking app account at the end of the month or the year, and the balance not giving the main character energy anymore, bro, it's giving pure panic, and no one really knows how it is so easy to fall into the credit card trap, bro, or how the system is really built to keep you paying minimums forever. Going to react to some people that are in credit card debt, like on some trap or something. Like, let's just get into it.
If you leave the United States with credit card debt, whether you're deported or you just decide to go home, good luck to the credit card companies trying to get money out of you. They won't be able to. They would need to sue you in the U.S., get a judgment, then go to your country, try to enforce that judgment, to try to collect money from you. They're never going to go through that. So they're just going to write off your debt. But if you ever try to come back to the United States, your credit score has tanked. And you'll have a hard time getting new credit or credit cards whenever you do try to return. Maybe you'll be harassed by debt collectors, but just change your cell phone or email or block them. There's nothing debt collectors can do to you. And maybe there's a tiny, tiny chance if you move to the UK or Canada, they actually will go after you if you have a lot of assets or a huge debt. But that's still a small little chance. So if you leave with credit card debt and you're scared about the bank,
So we got $1.7 trillion of credit card debt within the United States, and right now 5% of that's delinquent. There's 2 different paths that we can take here. One is to stop spending money on crap that you don't need and you can't afford to impress people that you don't like. That's great advice. But I also want to add something on top of that, which is say that you do want to buy the nice stuff. You do want the nice house. You do want the nice watch. You do want the nice car. There's a path for you to get there. What you want to do, and what I have done in the past to buy nice things, is I go buy assets that print off cash flow for me to then take the passive cash flow and use that to buy stupid things. So an example of this is I got my dream condo in Austin, Texas. I go and buy a business. So I put $60,000 down into a small business as a passive capital partner. I make $4,000 a month from that business. And I use that money that I made passively from my business that I go put towards my condo every single month.
$20,000 in credit card debt on one credit card?
I think so.
What is his job?
He works as a fire alarm technician.
What does that pay?
He's making 19 now.
A $20,000 credit card balance making $19 an hour. What the world are we living in? It is time to end it all. Iran, if you're listening, send them in. Austin, Texas, if you want to destroy the second most populated state, we're ready.
I think that's a little dramatic.
Why am I doing this show anymore? I have enough to retire. Me and my girlfriend would just go live the life we want to live. And yet, I somehow decided that I would sit in front of you, the second septum piercing in a row? Why am I doing this? Why am I talking to you? Why am I fucking spending my time right now talking to you?
I mean, I need help.
You're an abuser of your fiance. Why would I help you?
If not help me, you could help my fiance.
Yes, run.
What's a bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
When I was 18 and I decided to open 5 credit cards, I think that was the worst thing I could have ever done.
Yeah, why do you say that?
Because when you're 18, you think you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to spend all this freaking money.
That is free money.
Free money. And you got to pay back. And you're 18 and dumb. And you're like, Victoria's Secret, credit card here. Like, you know, it's all cool. But then you get into debt. So that's probably the worst. So if you're 18, don't get credit cards. Be smart about it. Open one at a time. Pay it off. Pay it every month. I'm going to give you that.
And then what was the amount of debt you were in?
It wasn't that much, but it was about $4,000.
Okay, you paid it off already?
I paid it off. Learned my lesson. And now I only use credit cards for emergencies.
Okay. And then what do we do for a living?
I am a patient care coordinator at a dental office.
What's starting pay for that?
Starting pay just really depends, but right now I started at 18, but now I'm at 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good work. Good work.
Thank you.
Hackers in Iran allegedly threatening to hack into like the top 3 credit score companies and erasing Americans' debt to like stick it to us. Who are they threatening with this? Who is this a threat to? If this is real, and who would we need to speak to speed this process up? Because I don't see how wiping Americans' debt would be a threat. Is this a threat to our government? Would this hurt our government for all of us to have great credit scores all of a sudden? I mean, the things I could do with a good credit score. And honestly, I don't have to do anything at all. Just imagining the possibilities, but I'm just so baffled by them using the term like threatening America to hack into the 3 major credit score companies to wipe Americans' credit clean. As if that wouldn't make everyone's day, if not year, if not decade.
Want to know the fastest way you can get into debt? Okay, I'll tell you. It's by just paying the minimum balance for your credit card. By the end of this video, I don't want to hear you don't understand what the consequences are of making just the minimum payment, because I will show you and explain it to you in a way that you remember for the rest of your life, and probably scarred, because that's what I am right now, always scarred. This right here is a basic layout of how the credit card statements are calculated. First, we have the beginning balance. So this is the beginning balance, whether that's beginning of the month or beginning of your statement. Next, we have interest. So this is the amount of money that you're going to owe the bank for borrowing the money. Then we have spending, which is the amount of money that you spent this month. Then we have our new balance, which is our interest that we owe plus the spending that we did this month equals our new balance. And our payment. So what do we pay off our credit card this month? And total amount paid to date. So this is just a total column. You can ignore this, but for my own sake, I like to see what payments I did and how that adds up on a monthly basis. In this example, we're just playing around with the idea of just paying the minimum balance for your credit card and assuming our interest rate is 21%. Keep in mind that this 21% is an annual rate, so in order to get that on a monthly rate, we have to divide by 12, or to get a daily rate, which is what the bank uses, divided by 365 days. So say we first open our credit card in the beginning of the month, say it's December 1st. So we obviously have no balance because we didn't spend any money, so $0. Interest is usually calculated on a daily rate, so it will be the 21% divided by 365. But for the sake of this example, I'm calculating on a monthly rate, so I'm just going to take the 21% divided by 12 to get a rough estimate of a monthly interest rate. Interest in this case would be the $0 that we didn't spend this month times the annual rate, 21%, divided by 12, so for 12 months. So this would be $0 times 1.75%, which is 0. Say for the month of December, we spent $1,000. Our new balance would be our spending plus the interest that we owe, which is $0 in this case and 1,000. So 0 plus 1,000 is 1,000. This $1,000, our balance would be showing on our statement. So now it's time for us to make a payment. So what are we going to pay? We're going to pay the minimum. So say the minimum in this case is $30. So our total amount paid to date, we only paid $30 this month, so that will go there. So that pretty much wraps up our December spend. So we spent $1,000 and we paid $30. So what's there left? It's 1,000 minus 30, right? So we still owe the bank $970. Taking a trip to Excel because I can't draw all these lines to show you what the impact of a minimum payment is. So beginning balance, nothing. Interest, therefore nothing. Spending, okay, we spent $1,000. So our new balance will be $1,000. Our payment, we just paid $30. So total pay will be $30. So next month, in February, we'll still owe $970. After interest, we owe $987, and we still keep making the $30 payment. Say we continue to make the payment of $30 per month for X number of years, so 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. By the end of year 1 in 2025 December, we paid a total of $360, and we still owe $829. By the end of year 2, we paid a total of $720, and we still owe $624. As this keeps going, you will see what I mean. So by 2027, we have paid over what we already owed, right? We owned $1,000. That's how much we owe the bank. That was on our statement. So we already paid that much, but we still have an outstanding balance of $418. So we continue to make the minimum payment. Year 4 now. And finally, year 5 in 2029. March is when we actually don't have anything owing. February we still have $3 owing, but March we have a negative balance. So let's just say March we paid it all off, and we paid a total of $1,500. But the original amount we only owed the bank $1,000. So we paid over $500 in interest. So just for this example of spending $1,000 in your first month of opening the credit card, not making any more purchases, and just paying the minimum balance of assuming $30 a month with an interest rate of 21%, it will take you 4 years and 2 months to pay off that $1,000, and you will pay $500 or more in interest. Isn't that just so scary? Let me know what you guys want to hear next.
So Iran did say that if the U.S. does bomb them, they're going to have their hackers knock out everybody's debt and give everybody 800 credit score. But in all seriousness, if they do that, that is devastating to a lot of credit companies and things that are a lot of our 401ks invest in. That would be a financial blow that could actually cripple the U.S. as a functioning system. Additionally, there are reports that Iran might just target our power grid. Do y'all realize that when it snows, our power grids are overworked to the point of collapse? Do y'all realize when it's too hot and everybody's running their air conditioners, our power grid is so overloaded, it's at the point of collapse? Our power grid is so painfully vulnerable, it's not even funny. So if Iran does strike, it wouldn't even be hard. They could just tell somebody who lives here, put a bomb in the right location, and we'd be cooked for at least a couple of weeks, if not maybe even a month. So this is not a good situation, y'all.
Why would they give me credit cards if they don't want me to use them? They give me access to free money. Eventually,
Why would they want you to use them? Can you answer that? I want you to just put yourself in their shoes. You know, listen.
Because they want me to use it to spend money.
No, but why? Why would they want to?
So they make money.
There you go. They're making money, which means you're losing money.
But I'm still getting my purchases at the end of the day.
You are getting your purchases, and if that's all that matters to you, then go on. Do it. That's okay. If that's the life you want to live, go f up your life. That's okay. That is your choice.
It's not that up.
Do you not understand what I am trying to say, lady? Do you not understand what I am trying to say? You can live whatever life you want to live. I will accept it. I'm willing to help those that want to be helped. Do you want to be helped? Do you want the budget? Do you want the chance for a better life?
Yeah.
Your parents must be ashamed. I understand why he ran. Surprised your parents haven't. The fact that they enable this is disgusting.
Boys, if you guys like stock in a credit card debt right now, like please know it happened to the best of us and it doesn't define you guys. The system is designed to make spending frictionless and paying it off incredibly hard, but you can claw your way out. Have you guys ever fallen the I'll just pay it next month line? Like drop your stories in the comments, let's find about it. Because you definitely aren't alone. If this video helped, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives. Like, check out your credit card, guys. Don't let it get to you, bro. Stay safe. Thank you.